What's going on, everybody? My name is CarlettaElston, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 6 signs that it may be time to walk away. Whether that be from a relationship, a connection, an attachment to your job. Oftentimes we stay in situations that, are no longer serving us, or we know has already expired. We know deep down inside in our soul that it's time to move forward. It's time to walk into a new chapter. It's time to expose ourselves to something new in life. And whether that be because of fear of change or because of comfortability, because of, time that has been spent in this situation and, fear of letting go or failure, we stay beyond, our end date in that situation. And, there are some telltale signs that happen in these situations that let us know when it's time to walk away. And hopefully, this video is helpful for you to come to that conclusion, whether or not that's something that you want to move forward and do. There's a quote by Jan Van Zant, and it goes, relationships are ships made to help carry us through to the next destination in our lives. I don't know if this is specifically how it was said, but this is the gist of what she was saying. And I felt like this was so important and so valuable, because everything in this world is temporary. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be a relationship, a job, money, cars, jewelry, all of it, everything in this lifetime is temporary. And it's important to recognize, when, something has come to an end, especially if it's toxic, because toxism only breeds more toxicity. So now let's get right on into it. So the first sign is the energy of resistance is at an all-time high. Okay. The very thought of that job, the very thought of that connection, the very thought of your relationship is turning you off. Okay. Like, to the point where you can feel it in your body. You can feel yourself tensing up. You can feel the anxiety. You can feel the depression. You can feel the sadness. You can feel the dread in you. Maybe you live with that person and you don't even want to go home. Okay, you're stalling. You're not even trying to go in the house where you live, where you rest your head. Okay, that's a telltale sign that it may be time to walk away. This may also look like, you don't see eye to eye with this person on anything, and they're deliberately going out of their way to disagree with you just for the sake of disagreeing. Okay, you find that, you all can't even have a simple conversation without that person trying to argue with you. That is a telltale sign that the energy is off, the resistance is high, and it may be time to walk away. Now, the second sign is that, they put no effort in understanding your point of view, and they lack consideration. Okay, and this may look like, being preoccupied with other things. Maybe your partner is so consumed with the TV, they don't even give you the consideration to look up and give you eye contact when you're talking to them. They're so consumed with their phone, they're on social media, that they could care less about what you have to say. Maybe it's the playing the game, they're consumed with the game, or whatever it is that your partner enjoys doing outside of your connection. Maybe they enjoy going to hang out with their friends, and they're choosing to do that more often than making time for you and your needs in the relationship. That's a telltale sign. This may also look like blatantly, disregarding your needs or your request. So, for instance, if you ask your partner to bring you something, bring home something for you, or just do something simple for you or whatever, and they choose to purposely, not to do it. Maybe you told your partner, dinner is going to be at a specific time. You've just cooked a hot meal, and they wait hours later intentionally to come in when the food is cold. Things like that. Just blatant disregard for your needs and requests. This also can look like complaining or belittling your contributions. If they, try to downplay whatever it is that you do financially, emotionally, sexually, mentally, whatever it is that you contribute to the relationship, and you find that it's a repetitive thing for them to, belittle you, make you feel less than and complain, that's a telltale sign that it may be time to walk away. Now, the third sign is that, they lack compromise. They give you little to no compromise whatsoever, and they don't respect you. Okay, and this may look like, things being one-sided. Maybe you're the person that tends to do majority of the work in the relationship or put forth most of the effort. You're the person that carries majority of the weight, and you get little to no gratitude. Okay, now every relationship dynamic is different. Sometimes the breadwinner is the one that takes, that does the most in the relationship. There's relationships where, some people, depending on what type of job they have a slow season, they're not making enough income, or maybe they've got laid off, or whatever the case may be, and that other person is the one that's doing the most, however, just within the dynamic, there's being little to no appreciation being put forth in these situations, and that person is putting little to no effort forth towards improving their position in the relationship or their own position in their own lives, This also may look like everything being their way or the highway, You're always wrong and they're always right, That's kind of one-sided. And lastly, masculine and feminine energy are different, but they are both significant. If you find that your partner is devaluing your role in the relationship, they don't think that cleaning is of any value. They don't think that taking care of the kids is of any value. They don't think that, you working is of any value. However, what you do is never good enough, or it has gotten to the point where, it doesn't hold any weight in the relationship. That may be a telltale sign that it's time to walk away, when there's little to no compromise and they simply don't respect you. Now, the fourth sign is that they are bringing you down. Okay, instead of encourage you, they discourage you. Okay, they pick you apart. Okay, instead of positivity, they're always coming to you with some negative stuff. Okay, and another sign would be that you don't feel safe. If you don't feel safe in your relationship is supposed to be your safe haven. You're supposed to be able to bond and feel comfortable in your home. If you find that you don't even feel safe, that person that you are with is making poor decisions that can put you in danger, and they have a bad temper. They are unpredictable. You don't know what to expect from this person from one moment to the next. You come home and, it's always some type of drama. They're reckless and they're careless. That's toxic. It may be a sign, a telltale sign, it's time to walk away. And this also may look like, them being irresponsible, irresponsible with finances, and intentionally putting your livelihood at risk. Now, for this, not everyone has been educated, especially in the melanated community, on financial literacy. So your partner might not be educated in that situation and in those regards where, they're careless with money. They don't know how to budget. They don't know how to save. They spend recklessly, and they don't have regards for bills or things like that. But, at some point in time, we all have to come to the conclusion and realization that we have to be responsible. We have to make better choices for ourselves and for our relationship. We have to get the education that we need. whether that's going on YouTube and doing some research, whether that's finding an accountant or finding somebody that can help us. Better choices is always an option, and when repetitive negligence is the case, it's volunteered ignorance. At that point, that person is just choosing to be ignorant in the situation. When they are constantly choosing to make the wrong choices, they're not giving you any regard in the relationship, and they are clearly bringing you down. So that may be a telltale sign it's time to walk away. Now, the fifth sign is that you've tried everything and nothing is working. Okay, you've gone to that therapist, you've gone to counseling with your partner, you've sought people with unbiased opinions to help you to find ways to cope in your relationship, to, improve things. You've looked for new strategies to put into your relationship. You've watched YouTube videos. You've gone out and got help books. You done built up a whole library now because you done did so much reading. Shoot, you got knowledge to create your own webinar. You done got all of these tools to help invest into your relationship. And after all of it, nothing has changed. That's a telltale sign that it may be time for you to walk away. When you've done all you can, okay, you just stand. No, but seriously, when you've done all you can and ain't nothing changed, it might be time to walk away. Now, the sixth sign is that too much damage is done and it's beyond repair. Or your soul is just calling you to a different destiny. And what I mean by this is, like I was saying before, deep down inside, oftentimes we know when it's time to walk away from something. We know when it's time for us to go into a new chapter in our life, and eventually it puts us at odds with our partner, and it's just going to create, turmoil. It's just going to create resistance, And this may look like being at two different places in life. Your partner may want to go to France and they may want to study something in specific at a certain school. And this is going to separate you from them. And you want to do something totally different. That's a case where your souls are calling you to a different destiny. Maybe, you all are just not on the same vibrational frequency anymore. You find that you want to grow, you want to explore, different things in a certain point in your life, and your partner is kind of complacent. They're happy with where they are. They are content. They're not trying to grow. They're not trying to expand or do anything differently. And in turn, this is going to create some kind of, resistance in that relationship. That's a telltale sign, Another way this may look is, you're no longer energetically attracted to this person or physically attracted to this person. You find that, nothing that they do, they can change their hairstyle up. They can go dress up and come out of the store looking sharp as can be. But you don't blink an eye, it don't faze you. You're not attracted to this person whatsoever, and, you're mentally, emotionally, spiritually exhausted. Okay. You have put so much thought into this relationship, so much energy, emotionally. You have cried your eyes out. There's nights that you fell asleep with your pillow wet with tears. You have prayed to God. You have prayed to whoever you pray to. You have spiritually invested so much into this relationship that you're exhausted in that area of your life. You have invested so much mentally, emotionally, and spiritually that you are now just at a point where you're exhausted. And lastly, another way this would look is that, you are no longer even friends with this person. The friendship is the foundation of the relationship. So, once that glue is no longer bonding, when that part of the relationship is no longer sticking, it may be time to walk away. You know, when you can't sit down with your partner just on a friendship basis and, you know, come to a conclusion and really discuss things and converse, you know, without any type of anger or, you know, resentment or, just at all whatsoever. It's just a problem. That is a telltale sign. It may be time to walk away. When there's just too much too much damage done, and it's basically beyond repair, and your souls are calling you to two different destinies. So here is all of the information in regards to signs that let us know when it's time to walk away. I hope that this video was helpful for you today. If in fact it was, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Leave a comment in the comment section and let me know what your thoughts are. I appreciate you guys tuning in as always, and I'll see you in the next video.